we start the live. I want to hear you people talk. I want to hear you people give your suggestions. Vivian, I see 14 people. Let's clock 50, then we go. Currency is also here. Thank you so much. Stacy or Stancy. Okay, sweetheart, I see you too, my dear. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Francis is also here. Is it Galaway? Yes, I see you. 16 people. Let's clock 50, then we go. Abdul Hadi is also here. Equia, I see you. Good afternoon. Official Gavi Stone is also here. Yes. Please, when you join, double tap on the screen. Share for somebody to course. We are here to learn. So please, double tap on the screen for us. Married to the World is also here. Konedu is also here. Yes, good afternoon, beautiful people. We are talking about contraception. We are talking about birth control. We are talking about family planning. What is it? The moment I will better family planning, why doing in Naya or said the Oko Hospital Koyen and don't want family planning? No, that is not the only family planning method there is. There are more. It's an baby will be our dream. Everybody should get to know the good, the bad, the ugly, the advantages, disadvantages, why you should even go in for that kind of contraception, why you should not go in for that kind of family planning. And only baby Cynthia, thank you so much. Reverend is also here. Mama Faustina, I see you. Alonso, okay, good afternoon. Is it Mice? Okay, Joyce Adote is here. Good afternoon. Okay, so please, when we talk about family planning, okay, family planning, or when we talk about birth control, or when we talk about contraception, is said any danger no sanity. It's birth control means say bibi biara wo de esi awo kwan, and I say bibi biara wo de twintwan awo akwan mu. No, you are welcome. You are not late. Yes, bibi a wo de twintwan awo akwan mu, and I say bibi a wo de si awo akwan. That is birth control. That is planning for your family. That is contraception. It's no say ebia oko hospital na say oko ka say okay ebia so and so I want to do this kind of family planning, maybe IUD or the injectables or whatever it is. All these ones are birth control. Ebia wone be ma kwa share mu sebi pese wo be nyinseng, then you go taking the emergency pill, the one that is for at the pharmacy. That is also a birth control. There are also people that will tell you they have some other forms of birth control. I may not mention all of it. Obin so wa obeka se meme de me anka summit me time meme who say this is the time of the month where I am most fertile, and this is the time of the month that I am not fertile. I can have intercourse with my partner and then I will not get pregnant. That is also a form of birth control. It's a birth control no emugumu ahodo bebre. Ye ba be chicheni ni nemu na ya fa no one after the other. Na ya chewo eniema ekomu. The reason why I am doing this topic is because most of you have been in my DM before. Most of you know me on this app. Most of you are always joining this show we do. And then you bear with me say most often than not no. And some baby because na me message ma and I'm a family planning way and I'm a way. Doctor ne say about 1 year near me who me period because you free moves been 6 months. We get all these kind of things every time. Who come me dear say see looking at the messages, maybe I may be here to respond or the ones I've responded to. A move fan me who me menses. A move fan me family planning method way. A move fan me ko ye and I'm menses in mind. I wonder why you. So that should tell you how big this is going, and this should tell you how far this is going and how ignorant and naive some of us are. There are so many people that will come into my DM and then come and tell me, say, oh, please, I want to do this family planning, and since then my message doesn't come well like it used to come. And I myself, I get surprised at the kind of submission you are giving me. Do you know why? Because if you are going to do something that has to do with you, your birth, everything that goes into that kind of family planning, me ye a DNA better me ye say me ready say me yin say ya ebeba me ye me we ya na me message di so ba na me we no a DNA I'm likely to see. These are some of the questions you people don't ask, or we don't ask. It's the only man say wadan fu bia kwa a particular kind of family planning, and then once wait disu John. Just because for 2 years wadan for them person be yin saying or no ano aye saa de no yin saying to once so ye den ukoye bi na eno so aso di echire, then now you are blaming me man kamanye because it's my bread or man kasa anchire me. Please mind you, at the end of everything, whatever that you go in for, it is your personal decision, and whatever consequences it comes with, you are the one who will take it. There was a time, some time ago, I think maybe some 2 months ago, there was this lady that called me, and this lady was very frustrated. She will be a frustrated that the near break, assembly hano, I don't think she would come to me because I was more like the last resort. As someone catch me say na madam for being a day one number man me one price over me last stop. That should tell you the person has been roaming for long, but it's not getting solution. Now, what is this lady's story? Well, story is saying, why do you need my help? Now she's telling me that she is a 27-year-old woman or a 27-year-old lady. Now she wants to get pregnant. I want a man. And mind you, if you have ever been in my DM to talk to me about anything related to fertility, what are some of the questions I'm likely to ask you? I'll ask you, please, have you been to the hospital? What check it with tubes? What check it if your ovaries are like everything is intact, your tubes are not blocked? Does your menses come every month? What is your age? Now my baby sa ben man so checking the sperms are na. Oh, me check it tube and block ye bibia you okay where you say where is oh okay, so that means to say hey bia there's maybe another reason we don't know. I know I want I it's sometimes by way of probing or by ways of asking questions unfair draw bia when your family planning method bia unfair emergency pills bia unye bibia sa e hono na bema yehu how far you have gone or what you have done in the past that we think that could have an impact on your fertility now that we are talking. Answer say ben no, men far away. Then listen to what she told me after she said me family planning me. Also now so some time ago me madam for be a mommy. A natural or natural I'm not going to mention the name. So I'll say the friend introduced her to some natural something that she used to take every month. Every month now and her friend told her that that particular thing is to prevent her from getting pregnant. And if I should even mention that particular thing, most of you will say you have heard of it before. Maybe I think I should mention the name. Yes. So I think what the lady mentioned was Adedin Kruma. That is the tree name. Some people will call it the castor. I don't know if it's the castor seed. Yes. So this woman is telling me that every month after her period, she swallows that castor seed just to prevent her from getting pregnant. And I asked her, how long have you been taking it? And then she's telling me, oh, for the past 6 months, every month be on fakran be a nude be or befa in a month. Now, this is a 27-year-old lady, somebody who has all the chances of getting pregnant with nothing stopping her. Now she has been taking something for like 6 months or 5 months, and then this is the consequences. I know there are so many people that will tell you, oh, nana me sa de na me you so eh boy me pan sister na me person me insane na. Yes, you may have that advantage of it. Of course, you are not ready to get pregnant. Why should you? It's in say wow, I say hono the obere until say a bed dani be before fro e hono na abeka say oh me hwehwe I am not going to solely say that oh this is not good. It's jaye. And I say we enye into men biem and I say we eye into we know. After the life that we are doing, you yourself, you should think about all that we said, learn for yourself and know where to go, because if you're hungry, I will not give you food to eat. So you have the right to make your own decisions and know what is best for you. Don't follow somebody to go and do what the person has done. If you ask me for stories, I can tell you stories without ending, because where I sit, cause be a baby biano. Obiara in a story, and different stories all across. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, let's look at this lady's form of contraception. Yes, ne papa mo no. True. 6 months ni when you saying. Edrona ye ne dwuma meboa. Good. Now what is the disadvantage? After 6 months, her menses is on and off. Obi Beka say, but that is supposed to work for her. Maybe. But the thing is, sa de kodie year or no naking. Whoever that gave it to her, in Troye, and I said, what was the mindset behind that? How did the person explain to you? As I deal with your fan. Now, no one was sign a general and answer. What is her background on this? It's no most you realize that most people who use this kind of contraception you are making. You're fine. No two ways about that. Of course, your grandfather could have all that knowledge. But how is your grandfather able to measure? Say, ba kupe yikra wo fe. E bet na wo yem for a 5 days and now 1 week and now 2 weeks and sana ba besia ko. Please, who has the answer? If you have the answer, give it. Now, most of you will go for maybe emergency pills because unim say emergency pill no say wonom ene na say bia won be ma no hyiemu a na de be ye na wanyin senya. The next time I will start have an affair, you will still take it again because you know, and no, it took maybe some few days and then it's gone from yourself. How about this neem, whatever, neem oil, neem seed, whatever that you are? Do you know how it will last in your system? How many months, how many weeks, how many years? That is where the problem is. And kasa sister neem say, ebia ba, who say na kamefa, ebe chame ebia 1 year, and kebia 1 year then 1 kekamo so, but you don't know. Yes, if I man can say yen to won't walk ye, to bones say na obia na one now you may have the negative implications of that particular thing. It's from where I sit, my dear, I'm justified to talk about this topic. And then it says it may be coming from an expert. Maybe you can deduce what you want to deduce from it. So yes, for those who are new here, you haven't seen me before, I'm a traditional doctor. I do everything herbs. But if there's a herb that is not supposed to be used or is not okay, I will not endorse it, definitely. Now, we are going to talk about all these kind of contraceptions, like I mentioned, the birth controls, the advantages and disadvantages. When you are done, please. No, my dear, I'm not here to even tell people to go in for it a year because I don't know how your system functions. I can't say that please go for it 1 year. Now for fana 1 year no still when you say obeka se nana ne kan ye. It's no enye na ye nti bibia ase. Understand every one of them and know which one you want to go in for at the end of the day. Please, I hope we understand. Please, if what I'm saying is making sense, I am mama me thumbs up. Why? Give me morale small na how you do into no. You can share the live for people to join. Keep double tapping on the screen. Hello, Esther. Right. It's now we are going to be talking about the natural contraceptives or the natural birth control. And the natural birth control I'm going to signal out is the how do you call it, the tracking of your menstrual cycle and all that. So I remember, or if you remember, there were times that when I come on live, I'm advocating for people getting to know their free period. If you have been on my life since Ube say every time be an anabebano, there were times I meet me dedicated say ne ye baby free period. Adding to nana me yes sir. Sometimes I feel like adding new knowledge to what you already know will make it more solid. So when you my dear crana say what a different kind of knowledge esa the kan wa to say a dimu a ye amount. Now nobody is 100% because you could make mistakes with it and then it may not work perfectly for you. So there are people that used to ask me, it's an anonymous said they calculating my menstrual cycle, so how do I do it? It's an also said there are times that I'll come on live and be treating free period. I was doing it. I used to do it a lot. But they say no, I say I hardly do it. But even that, after today, maybe I'll find time and then come and repeat it. So that should tell you, say, follow account, no? Now for your notification, it also said the bear, but live Debiana, Unsubetinia joining SUNM Bibri. Now, when we talk about tracking your menstrual cycle, what does it mean? Mekai those days, Nana, you was school, mono. integrated science, your teachers for chair giving. Say we your bar, man to be able to say umbunsa, especially if you have reached that age where you menstruate. So it means to say you also need to know your body and then know how it reacts, and then the days you are fertile as a woman, the days you are ovulating, and then the days you are free, so that you can also engage in any activity with your partner. If you don't want to get pregnant, you know, say nase to nase no. So many be meaning saying, but nase to nase any day may be very fertile. Now that is tracking your menstrual cycle. It only means to say the actually no, ideally no, and I said naturally no, and can you see oba we are menses we are and can at least 5 days of free period. But we are also saying that there's also a school of thought that says sperms nanka sacred metina oba no a system sometimes 3 days or maybe more. That means to say you may be having the 3 days all right because it is natural, say it was but you should have it at the back of your mind that you are free but you are not so free. So it is either you are pulling out or using other forms of birth control, like maybe CDs, condoms, yes, to prevent yourself from what? Getting pregnant. Now, some people have been able to learn this very well, and they are able to tell, say, me and Missy hey, so my menses a back month we mu ebia from 10th to then say 15th. Meaning say 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th year. None can be free. It means on these days me free, but I have to be careful. Then some women have also come to understand, say after 3 days, nature the next 6 days, net was only the fertile days, of which a mubako is the ovulation. That is like the highest very well, and then they know the days they are very fertile. And sometimes just by you seeing your cervical mucus, and that's why I say wrong, kitty, you know, who say, I'm entering into my fertile days or I'm in my ovulation. So that is where the tracking of the menstrual cycle comes in. Most women are doing this very well, and this has been their contraception or their birth control method since. And they can tell you that and on days like this and like this and like that. Now, Meme Jane say, Abia, menya okay no. Mene be many shemwa, Abia, he used protection. And now say, I don't engage in the intercourse at all, abstinence. And now say, he pulls out and he knows how to pull out very well. And he has helped me. Yawonkrofobi sa bit mama osa, imwaya mema obeka say, yes, I think this is the best family planning method for me. There are some married people that are going in for this menstrual cycle thing as their family planning method or their birth control method. They are not ready to get pregnant in the first year and second year. It's not that is the method they've adapted. Bemano esunya abua obano. It's omuni na someone said na say to that say there yeah yen try na stay ni net that say no yenji yeni because ada no onye so fertile. If you wish that I treat how to calculate your free period on the next maybe segment, you can give me some hands up or thumbs up. I want to see at least 5 people. If I see 5 people, then it means at least people are interested. If not, I'm not even doing it at all. I assume you know. So if I see 5 hands up, then it means maybe I should look at it for people, because I know there are so many women that would wish that every time Bianco Suyan could nim Obi one could nim Sadia we crank emergency can come because a didn't. Yes, I've seen more than 5 answers. So if Emre were live, maybe I'll switch to it and do a brief one on that. If there's no time to, then maybe move it to next Friday. Yeah. It's there are so many women here that they feel like if they have more options and can a big crampua and can this kind of family planning method. Obiso and can when him said you track him in the menstrual cycle and could say nana say oba when you free a woman to nimunino and you just either some ideally it's supposed to be, let's say, some 6 days, right? But if you want to be extremely safe, I will put you in a 10-day bracket. 10 days in a day. What do you want 10 days bracket? I covered. There's no way you get pregnant if you are really in that 10 days bracket. That means say 6 days na ka wunye free. But me the 2 days from this side I can't home, and I'm the 2 days from this side I can't home. It's you can go on and then have your fun. That means to say as a woman, and 30 days in the whole month, and just some 10 days be pen so safe for you to engage in intercourse and not pull out and now you succeed. That should tell you saying how about 20 days and now 21 days to have your free kind of will, enjoy, raise your leg to the ceiling, have fun, and there's no pregnancy. Most women don't know this because they don't know even about their free period. They know nothing about their menstrual cycle. All they know is that makodi mekoto emergency pill, no one know. Now, right here that I'm sitting, people will call me, hey madam, I don't know, my menses is not coming. No, Bisano, please, do you take contraceptives? I just went to meet my man last Thursday. I took some, but I don't know why it's not coming. Most women are clueless about all this. Please, emergency pills, they are all hormonal pills. And I will explain to you why. Emergency pills, the one you buy in the pharmacy, the 10 cedi, 20 cedis, mean to make sure. I don't remember the last time I took some, so I don't really know the exact price. But the ones you go to the pharmacy, you need a 24, 48, 72 hours. All those ones are hormonal. Now, you like it or not, it's in your bet you don't know the onye or not your pen or they will be and nothing will be so for fact say emergency pill we are. Or to me have any menses twice in a month. Or bet me bleed for about 10 days, 11 days on Tiasieda. Or because of pills not fine 2 days spend on the period, beba. Or 2 months no nyane menses, 3 months not a whole change because emergency pill. What do you think is happening to you? If it is a good thing, go for it. I will leave it this way with you. Now, let us come to the good or the advantages of tracking your own menses or knowing your own menstruation cycle and how to calculate it. What are the good things? I'll come back to the negative ones as well. Nobody is hating on anybody's neck. You went to do family planning 3 months injection, 7 months now. Have you gotten your period or you have not gotten your period? And you are it's or say I have gone to do family plan the 3 months own, and for 7 months now I think she says she has not gotten a period. With something like this, but why? Meanwhile, you went to pay money, you have not gotten, thank you, but you went to pay money to go do this. So those people should have been able to give you help, right? But you realize that when you go, they'll tell, oh, it will come. Na yamao edro no ne wujaya na message na say cha. Into no opa, you can just imagine how frustrated you will be. And no one asem na ye can. And you please you can send us a DM. We'll help you. So if your menses is not coming for 2 months, 3 months due to these contraceptives and all that, please, I've told you it's a hormonal imbalance situation. The earlier you balance your hormones, the better for you. So one balance hormones now, and go for your water so many fibroid, many cyst. And a sister, I say, Bibia be your a hen, I would dream I want to see. Most of them come from these kind of things. I was saying, your baby soon at the end, you have to know. See, Enra, sister, be so call or check it. So when you're fibroid, baby, about 3 or 4 in her what do you call it, her uterus. Also, Nana, I don't understand. How is this possible? I wish she was on this live to learn that aside fibroid being genetical, where area we feel fibroid will be a fibroid now also may be predisposed, most of them are hormonal. But so beside what doctor Cecilia said, doctor, fibroid we a year na ba no. I didn't hear. Obakacho said, I don't know the cause. Because other than Obakacho say, this is the cause. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. Next year, also have a operation. That view. It's when you find that most people who have these hormonal issues, the fibroid and the light, they don't know anything about it. They don't know that they should limit certain food items, do this. They don't know. All they know is that I see a next year or sabe because a sabe fifi. It's a no on tiasia. Ushia will be say our live I see in the organ no afro. So miss the questions in now. Meanwhile, you went to pay money for it. Please, when you go to the hospital, ask questions. So this is also a herbal center. So what I say now about the bro. na say bia this is your situation, or doctor will have bisa questions. Doctor, a bon is saying away by dear na menye. You will not ask all those ones, especially those who go and do their family planning. You not ask any questions. All you know is that you say Emma win yourself for 1 year and 2 years when you because who be dear will be a mind when you who miss a questions be about and no time I will be you know once and some bar after an hour will be a bisano. But what I say, you know, I think communication is key. We should learn to be asking questions. It really helps. Now we are still on the good or the advantages of learning your own menstrual cycle or the natural contraception. Now, we have what we call the empowerment, self-awareness, and the control. That is one advantage of you knowing your menstrual cycle. Now, let me explain that to you. So, we will be unim how to calculate your fertile days when you are free, when you can go near a man, and all that. What me say? You have control. It's, you know, I remember very well when I was dating my husband then. Or no bear no, he unless me be a menses, he's able to tell me that it's, you know, it got to a point time I came to also learn it and I have control over it. It's meaning say me menses back maybe a first to fifth meaning say 5 days here to us they are my 3 days, but I have to be careful. Meaning say 6 days net to us free or no. Those are my fertile days. I me take a can. So me koye kim na say it will remove. I will be pregnant. To those days, it was either I was not going near it, either yes, that is abstinence, or it was a pull-out. These two, me, contraceptives has never been my thing. I can count the number of times I took contraceptives ever since I became maybe sexually active. I can count it. But there are some women that Monday to Sunday, so when they be my baby kushemua, and then Monday or bo beba benom, Wednesday or benom, Friday or benom, Sunday or Benum. Hey. Until now you realize that the rate at which the young women are getting fibrosis, baby. Most women who come into my DM, please, I let you can help me with my fibroid. Okay, please send me the test result. No, I send the test result. Over here, 25, 26, 27, 25, 26, 27, 24, 25. I will not lie. Most women in my DM battling with fibroid and cyst. Kakrabina, not even 33 womb, 33 for womb, 35 womb. Those days, no, so now what is will be creating fibroid? I want yes, oh, I want many maybe, but when you have fibroid, what is going on here? What is happening? What are we not doing right as young people? What are we not telling ourselves? What are we not educating ourselves on? Ideally, no, you can't even say other types of artificial family planning now. And ideally, no, the main concept of that artificial contraception, no, yet they buy it because obi a wawa na yere anase busua form person omo ntete omo man ntem maybe awo ba ko ni mienu bi but on person kola ne beye den ebe bobo ho then they will go and opt for these whether the injectables, whether the patches, etc. There it was the married people going for it or people that were living as a couple or a family and not 22, 23, 25 for no. But say we be catch him and say ni na we 18 years now or SS2 SS3 no ya kwa ye say 1 year or 2 years family planning akola ketwa no no hu abrabo nu ba bia no just because oye mema semunti no ya kwa ye sa kind of family planning ne dia ma no. Now do you know where my concern is? Because akola ni be di 20 years no na the messages na on and off and your months here there. You will never understand and you waste a lot of money. Please, most of you can attest to this, that you've been wasting money going from this herbal center to this clinic to this hospital just because your menses comes 2 months, 3 months, or be what me flow for 60 days. What is going on? What is wrong? These are little truth that people will not tell you. Mind you, this are era we live in. It is no longer like those days now. I say you rather take videos and laugh at the old woman. So that should tell you that times have changed. And so those days people will tell you the truth. People will tell you the truth about your condition. People will tell you that idea we may any say federal way a say, but say no, obi egumu bi yeni na ye ko yeni na ye ba. Everybody is trying to survive. So if you don't look out for yourself, nobody will. Please, I hope you get it. So at this life, today I don't know, but I feel so passionate about this because I feel like people should learn. I am not a saint, but me, I don't remember the last time I took all this kind of family planning. The reason being that sometimes I want to have, if you are in this office space with me, the number of calls I get daily, and then the number of people, and I'm a mess, and I'm prayer family planning, infections for infections from the other camera. And son of one sister, I want him, Doctor Nessa, Doctor Nessa, no, be son or sister, me if you must 6 months, 1 year. The number of people coming with that, But I remember there was a day I was just doing a brushing on this family planning thing. Then one lady came for me. Yeah, I did some. I don't think it is entirely true. I was just quiet like this. And then I was listening to the woman speak. And when she was done, I was like, my dear, you are done, right? She said, yes, ma'am, my dear. The fact that it worked for you does not mean you should be here advocating that obi enkoyebi. And when man no cry and see the sister be catch him say, mommy, please stop. Also, when you need 1 year and for 1 year, who period, that is like a 32-year-old man or 35-year-old man. A channel bra just like that. One when he be a horse no be casting and be the madam for be a chick was up and 3 months. No, up to now. She's flowing for like 60 days. Every day she's seeing blood. Won't for 60 days you'll be seeing blood. Are you the woman in the Bible with the blood issue? No. It's not that should tell you that Obia is different. It's not say you will be able to separate it. It is called receiving information. It's an information about now what's one is where you dear open and I said the bebo dia kanwaka so na nyanse anyway mu matwachne. That is what we call receiving information. Please, I hope you understand. Yes, God richly bless you. I see you. Yeah, hey, my dear, thank you so much for being on my live. I hope my baby girl or boy is okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Queen Efia, thank you so much for joining. Good afternoon to everybody watching me. Yes. If this is your first time joining, please, you are welcome. Kindly share the live for people to join. Keep double tapping. We are still talking about natural contraception. Sorry, we are still talking about contraception or birth control or family planning. These three are the same, right? Where we separated the natural one and we are talking about how to track your menstrual cycle as being the natural one. Most women say this one works for them. Others are opting for the artificial kind of family planning. It's an baby in same baby. Ama once when ye be ashade. Say mu dia he na me amisi hoi eye mama na kane de me so afuna me be dwene ho atwisu de me pe na me ye ni say ye nsunsu anso say ni ne beba say nsunsu anso na wo kwa ye kan kire wo hospital ho na na family planning aso ye ho no eno ne me ba be bie ni so ama wa hu se ade no enye tra kwasa wo gihye wase a na eno ano ba no abeda didi a wonyam na wuji wani ko na wuji wani ko enti na me wa ha ene wie. So please, if you are here, you are welcome. Now, please, like I mentioned, if you are here, maybe you're going to do these family planning methods, any of them, it didn't work for you, your menses has a problem. For those who have menstrual disorders, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a month, 2 months, now 1 month period, and I see my menses 3 times in a month, and I see my menses, you are the people, today you are the reason why I'm here. It's all of you pick the number, you DM. All these ones, we are putting you under hormonal imbalance. So menses 3 months, a month, 4 months, a month, 6 months, 4 months, the whole year, 12 months, now about 4 times a pay, now about 6 times a pay. Ubu akufa contraceptive, the emergency one or one no 2 months ni ohun period but on yem. The menses are twice about for 14 days. It will one night general. Please DM and balance your hormones. The earlier you balance your hormones, the better for you. And mind you, nobody will tell you this. Me man now be free. You roam and roam. Me say, and I've been telling you people, say, please, I beg you, when you DM me and then you are looking for help, okay? Maybe I'm not a product because of my situation. Me say, I'm a bomb for a brand for her. Obi o DM me and sister me go tell go free. No abo DM what TikTok say that be. Please. The same way that you come and do that to me, you can go and talk about me to somebody. So please don't come and mention any brands in my DM. So what DM now what the infections are can wasem nana. Yes, so what infection combo for gonorrhea, me baby. Nana bia me menses 3 months and my me call hospital no. Yes, me hormones no want to chima. Me ama will set. Please, let's have the conversation that way. Ebi anana person mean saying, but 6 months the message in my. Me who say abodwe bi fu me ha. Me who say me ye kese. Me unit to 2. Oh, PCOS. Now you manage your amount for the next 4 months. After 4 months, I'll go check it right here. Catch yourself 100 hormones. Yes, stable. Quickly, now your mouth baby. That is what we do. It's enough for people battling fibroids, especially when you DM and you have fibroid. Let us know the size. Don't just come and tell me they said I have fibroid. Obi or 3 different uterine fibroids in there. Nini na ebi a one size. My own size na me ma won say metima bo wa na say me ntime mo wa. Obi o ha ne de ye ni dane or endometriosis DM. Wo de ye PCOS DM. Wo de ye cyst, ovarian cyst DM. We can help you. Ebi so I de no so ye just ceased menstruation and yes sister say me fibroid. Please you DM. Wo de ne ya DM, just DM. And until I'm the number 9 dey atu bedu animu nti no. Said the bear say me refi krana you just pick the number and then send us a DM. When you go to my DM, please straight to the point. Meme enna. If you want to send an audio, you send it, okay? For calls, it's only tomorrow I'll be picking calls. Today, I might not necessarily pick calls because most of the times, you know, you real life na ya na messages na dosun. It's no some case me the bear call someone mo be ha me. It's no if you can send your text or your voice, make you na respond. Ebia nana lady set no when infections kakra bia na mo match be Martin kan from mamba ko 220. Any other one you want, you let me know then. I will give you what you have to get. Hello, Nana. My parcel arrived in UK quickly than expected. Oh, okay. Mr. Nyako, yeah. My dear, please, I will attend to you after the live. Okay. All right. Okay. To UK for say yes. So this message is to tell you that we are not scammers. Why? We are not fraudsters. UK, we are trusting you. The Nisika up to your home. And so susu for about 14 days. More than my china and I'm no be china hey please I hope hey mommy Ebi I see you my dear. All right, let's make progress. Thank you so much. So please you can pick the number and then DM us on WhatsApp, okay? If you are battling fibroids, cysts, PCOS, endometriosis, etc. Yes, we do it the best way, the natural way. Everything we sell is natural. Please, we don't sell anything hospital. It's no unya hospital unya anything with synthetic chemicals here. No. Yenton hospital edro me pamacho. Edro etoni na purely herbal. And if you have used that product before, you know it is one of the best. And chinen kan fo no so me say me de bia me kan fo me until say wo baba bi tobi enso edi ho dance here. Diabetes for pressure for, please DM stroke DM. Just pick the number DM and then let's talk back door. Now, let's continue. So we are saying that if you are using the natural contraceptives, or if you are using the natural birth control, which is tracking your period, you have the control over the whole cycle thing. Because you are able to tell, say, if this one is a hormone free. A big advantage of you learning how to calculate your free period and your unfree period, it makes you hormone free. What do I mean by hormone free? Now, the other types of contraception, especially the artificial ones, you know, most of them have hormones in them or artificial hormones in them, especially estrogen and progesterone. I'll come back to that. But Samia Kasami said they calculating me free period. Some for Fedrobia and I mean for Bibian Kwashamase and I mean for Bibian Kurabebia. And to know where am I going to get hormonal imbalance? No. So that means to say a different kind of artificial family planning where active working can so now I think you want some na mebano. Obiba sister Martin can work from papa mintias where they saying, oh, I'm just 30 years, and you are wondering because a 30-year-old woman is still a young woman, right? She's not supposed to be going through hormonal imbalance, right? And you are wondering, my dear, do you take these emergency pills? No, I don't. Have you done any kind of artificial family planning, a hormonal family planning? I say, yes, I have one inserted in there, or these injections I do. And you expect your libido to be what? 100%. Please don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. You may have issues with your libido. You may have issues with your weight. The reason is that for you as a woman to even gain weight, for you as a woman to have actinka, so when many J pemuno, please, your hormone be a juma, and sa hormones no. Bako you will never have your system working fully. That it's one advantage of you learning to track your own menses is that you have the control, and then you don't have any hormonal issue. Na my and the sister no, you don't have all that thing people talk about. You are having a hormone free there. Now people say it is very safe. Yes, it is safe for them because they feel like they are able to know that and not say to that say they have a timetable for themselves that it works, and it has worked for them over the years, and they feel it is accurate. These are the advantages of you tracking pregnancy. Please, does anybody have a question? Does anybody have anything to counter it? As some American, it doesn't make sense. This is my opinion. Please, let's be interactive. I want to hear you. If you want to request through the live, please, you can also request and then give your submission. Please, are we okay? Please, if you understand, let me see some thumbs up. So yes, give me some thumbs up, some love. Show me love. It doesn't matter. Mama, my hand, you're boring. It's on. Yes. Obibeka say, I want to do this menstrual tracking thing because I think this is what it is, and I love it. Now, somebody is saying, how do we calculate for the free period? Yes, my dear. I said if I have time today, I'll give you a brief knowledge on that. If there's no time, we'll do that on Friday. Okay. Thank you so much for the times, are beautiful people. Now let us go to the disadvantages of learning to track your own menstrual cycle. It's going to be too much of everything is bad. That means to say, Bibia sumuno ebia ye wone nenso ene ye wone papa no. Na so say ye kan ne papa no e kan ne nenso no. Na se wodi ni mienu eto ha. Na wo we yi a de he ne wo soro e na de ne wo fom eno na be ma wo decide say I think say ne papa na eniema papa na ade we yi no e bro ne negatives ne ho, so I will go for it. Sunday nipa ye decide you. We don't just decide as humans and anabeka say and away the intimidity nechi oh ye that be oh what may work for me may not work for you. It's no me money good side and na mama o bad side. Now let's go to the disadvantages of tracking your own period. There's what we call the learning curve. Hi dear Mami, I see you. Yes, my lips Ghana. Sweetie, welcome. Miss Mante is also here. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining. We are still talking about birth control methods, the advantages and disadvantages, and we are still saying that it be an hour fibroid be size and the doctor said the way I want more fibroid and then added that 7 cm, 8 cm, 10 cm, muscular surgery, you know. Now, please, the doctor in my DM like that. Plenty list. Most women are scared. Do you know why? Because they'll tell me that Nana men would that. Yes, if you are somebody who is constantly doing fibroid surgery, obi or ye surgery once and a tube block and the sister one of her tube is blocked because she went to do a fibroid operation. Yes, it doesn't mean so tube block you, but it is something you should be aware of. It's an obina or no a fibroid. What's not one? And let me tell you how this lady sat down for her fibroid to go to, I think, 10 or 11 cm. Lady ne can story in the let me who the menka. She sent me 2 test results, not to deviate, okay? Please, this my life there. Make Jahwa become stories and I'm at so it will be a and this lady sent me 2 test results yesterday. And then the 2 test results had different fibroid sizes with the same name. It's me raya na me hu sa ba akoye last year December me pamocho muntie ni you ba akoye last year December and ba akoye your friend said this year and the person did it this month 2 weeks ago. Okay, just 4 months interval. Look at what happened. 4 months interval. Me shaba kono, they are saying that the lady has multiple fibroid with the biggest one being about 4 cm. Which is big, but it's not big. It is very manageable. 4 cm. A supplement you can do a supplement for just 3 months. And 4 cm fibroid, you will not find it anywhere inside your uterus. It will amaze you. It will make your system free for you to get pregnant. Yes, we do that here. Then I came to look at the second result, and then he's saying that the fibroid within the space of just 4 months is at 10, 11 centimeters. How? 6 centimeters increment in 4 months. How? What was this woman doing? At the end of year and 6 cm is big for 4 months. No, I was surprised. So I asked her, please, are you taking sugar? Do you eat sugar? Do you eat carbohydrate? I say yes, I eat that. And I was okay. So that means the lady did not know that treating fibroid, sugar is not yours. Carbo down to about 0.000. She didn't know. She's telling me that the very first time now, the first test, not when it was 4 cm, meaning say no about maybe 2 cm or 1 cm, or say whoever it was, her doctor or whoever it was then told her, say, oh wait there, when it is small, it can't affect you in any way. That is what this lady told me. Please, how many of you have heard that before? Oh, it is too small, it will not affect your fertility. It is too small, it can't harm you. It is too small, it can't prevent you from getting pregnant. I can give the list on and on and on and on and on and on. Most women are always telling me this in my DM. Yes, so yes, I want to see my man and to make us say, Emma meaning say, yes, I want to see me ready to menu beba. Yes, but how come you are not getting pregnant? How come? Tell us what is happening now. Since it can help, it will not hinder anything. Why are you not getting pregnant? As at that time, 2 centimeters, or say, and yes, and a better 4, yes, and yes, now it is 10 centimeters. And yet 10 centimeters, and they are telling you to come and do surgery. So now you ask yourself, why did they do that to her? Why? Because whoever could have just told her, say, Ebiana is so, and I say, Ebiana position no impose any threat, but then work on it. It's now see the lady didn't know. Or to a bear, you know, or a dear onim se nuka so dear sichiri. Wabedi a sichiri FED fibroid na within the space of 4 months. Me that's shocking. That is shocking because I've never seen anybody whose fibroid has increased by 6 cm in just 4 months. The me who be a deep 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That is when you see that size. It's the lady is frustrated. She's telling me, Nana, I don't know the semester for the whole year. Would they measure because of this surgery? I've not. Yes, the lady told me that. So I told her, said, because it is bigger than what we usually ask of people, or bear for maybe a longer period. The reason why I make an sign says, say, be our banakas or fiber sign near 5 cm, soon, but and yes, so big. That means that within the space of 5 months, you can work on your hormones and everything will just flash out. And that's what who said within 6 months you are done and then your system is now functioning and you can look at your fertility. But 10 cm that means she might dedicate more time and then her eating should reflect. Obi wo hwa ne de ne so pan o nanso obi jai enuane bebredi no wako green like a goat, green like a horse, green to saponchia brechiri. Obi what 5 months will do to you if you turn into a vegetarian. If you have fibroid then you go greens. Greens and vegetables, you've cut down sugar, you've cut down carbo, and everything. You are eating everything proportional, like nutrients. Me now will be, my dear. 5 months, you bring your good news. It's not said yakama fiber that it is workable. You can treat it. Just that you can't treat it. Say, "Na we dey aye dey unam na open bosia say okwa surgery." Surgery, you don't even know the outcome. Most of you have this. So please, if you are having fibroid and the likes, we give the hormonal supplement, right? And on a 370, you do it for the next 4-5 months, depending on the size. No one say check here, how you are also faring. If anyone I'm glad to serve you. That is what we do. Everything we sell here is herbal. Please, we don't do hospital medications here. Why? It's not about everything is herbal. Everything is herbal. My number on the please, you can pick it up and DM us on WhatsApp. If you are not seeing me on WhatsApp, go on the page. You be say a link in that your page we are so. But so WhatsApp straight away. Now we are still on the advantages and disadvantages of birth control, family planning, and contraception, where we are still on tracking your period, the disadvantages. So one disadvantage is that it's a learning curve. You can't learning curve. I mean, say some people never finish learning this thing. I remember those days that every week Measure how to calculate your free period once in the weekend. Or be a last week or joining me page or be do you understand? So I understand next week I go over. And I don't understand 2-day cycle. Sister, so if I have my menses 10 to 20, when am I free? So people have not side their mind some person it's there no na on tiasie me dey mentiasie me dey chere me kwa mentiasie ne dooso enu nti won tiasie nti no se won fa wo re enkohye se no mu meboa na wa kwa kojisu a different kind of family planning method na ebi no so ayeden wo dwen se no na beboa ba later na wo sa di sun abegina menu se na boa me asema atumi eniye. So that is a disadvantage of it, but if you are willing to learn it, you can just master it one time per my life. Obu ho join me life just once. Ana me free period. Osua ye no no say no on for contracept on for emergency pills be. I know people that keep telling me, and God bless you. I didn't I'll say, hey, the one now within a month I can consume about 4 or 5 emergency pills. But they say I don't. See the impact that we are having on people. People are really suffering and they need people to give them this little information they are getting. But by this time, but this is for free, innit? Good. Now, let us go to the second thing. We are saying that a disadvantage or one disadvantage of also learning to calculate your free period is that it could fail you where you can get pregnant. It's no obi back catch him saying nana and I bema no pulley out too and so still sister minyam. Yes, people tell me that. I've heard somebody say that before. Now the problem still lies on you. If you know how to calculate your free days, then you know say and na say na me ye free pan and I said na say na me ye free but also kodia and you say bema so ne kapa enye den on hye ne sapo mu nso se obetimi etu ntem enye ne ho pepe ye no na wo betu se ne ho pepe gumu no tu a nyinsan no beba. So that is one disadvantage with learning to calculate your free period or knowing when you are free. It's an part of some utio asha for some utio etie for some utio me what advantages there wouldn't say your mouth. We are saying say the advantage of you doing the natural contraceptive or the natural contraception means to say umenya hormonal issue bia because on confirm do bia no fa hwenko you have control over it. You can decide say that same because I'm free. Mind you, even as women 30 days we can't all be having intercourse 30 days in a month. How many of you can say from 1st April to 30th April you can have sex throughout? You can't. That means there are some days you go and then have it, there are some days you will not. It's why don't you rather factor those days that you are not free? Neyi and only free say how do they men have any affair on those days? But days now me free, no, which is the 20 days or 21 days in the month, no, 3 weeks, no, na kama kwa Germany. 84 weeks, no, just maybe 1 week depending on when you're so free. The rest of the 3 weeks you can have your fun. How difficult is that? It's over a advantage in you, not a disadvantage in our way. Please, any questions on the natural means or the natural way of contraception? But obi wo insemfo bi a ombisa, obi wo suggestions bi a ombisa. More moments says season or menka more menopause. No, please, if you are 40, 45 now, men's is a season pacho and yamona meka. More in your 20s, 30s, you've gone to do some family planning method, you're taking contraceptives or whatever. Your menses is not flowing for 2 months, 3 months. Please pick the number and DM for a herbal solution. Me, I always tell people say before I will be crabbing to me, I buy a horse or pedro, the herbal one. No. Most of the time, so check. What and his budget. Sometimes you people come and tell me, and I will be a only person was say about maybe a 450, 500. Yes, to because you are frustrated. You need solution to whatever is happening to you. It's not like say even 1,000 Ghana cedis grana. Because a year will say a drone bit wow. Until you come to meet me, then you meet me and you realize product na sister na class bedroom men's sabano. A year near my be including sound. It's a side section women's sabano. Set nanka sanka se busia tenka. It's maybe a different family planning. Nama watenka that 000. Now it is boosting it. That is giving you all these benefits. Why will you not run into my DM? Tell me, why do you think people will not stop running into my DM if a product that you are using to resolve your hormonal issues is rather giving you the added benefit you would have gone somewhere else to pay for or buy. So that should tell you why and go for will always be saying go on to lack metal. So I'm sorry. Hey, I'll tell you reviews, you know. Over a page in this one, hey, Sementia, hey, or Jawa, you hear all those ones? Yes, ask them what is their secret. They'll mention a particular product for you, and then you know, say yes, that you chat at the thank you so much. So please, the number is so that you can pick it up and DM us on WhatsApp. Now, let us go to the artificial contraception or the artificial birth control. Now here we are looking at the ones that are hormonal. These are the ones that have impact on your hormones as a woman. So DNA and what are some of the negative implications of doing this kind of family planning? Now here we are looking at hormonal artificial contraceptives. We have some hormonal IUD. I learned you have two of it. There's one that is the copper IUD, and then hormonal. And it looks like a copper near the shower, and it doesn't have any hormones. Then there's one that is hormonal. So we are looking at some of the hormonal IUDs. Now we are looking at the implants. Yes. We are also looking at the patches. We are also looking at the injectables, and I said the injection ones. 6 months, 3 months, yes, we are looking at these hormonal ones, including emergency pills. Those ones are also hormonal. Bracket. Now, these contraceptions or this artificial hormonal contraceptives, one advantage is now, what are the processes involved in this whole contraceptive? Say, oh yes, sir, kind of family plan now. What the you find saying the pills, yemfa no nento chain, na yemfa the injections, those ones. My yemfa no. And so engu baako and chain, na yemfa emergency pills and so to baby baako. Then I will tell you the pros and cons. You can't pros and cons of performance. We are talking about the in totals. We are talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, the things you don't want to hear, the things that when you go, they will not tell you, but you pay money for them, they will inject you, then you come running back to us. That is what we are going to talk about. Now, let us take just the emergency pill. Please take it within 24 to 72 hours. Pharmacy. Madam, me pay way, me modi. And madam, me pay way. Oh, 20 cedis. Yes, those ones. You see those pills, right? Nidin, the original name of that pill is called emergency hormonal pill. We have emergency as one name. We have hormonal as one name. Let us look at emergency. Yeni na bebre ko school, right? I have 74 people here. Me sure say e mu be 20 eco school kakra muti make kan meboa. Pacho se kan emergency a den. Please, if you have the answer, just give me. Let's go. You can't emergency a den. Emergency. What is emergency? Emergency is more like an unforeseen circumstance. You didn't picture it coming. No one names a beba ena, but no one names a beto ena to. That is emergency. It is a case of pill no a emergency. We are saying say on days na assembia to. It's most of the times when you find here they say dronema or my 2 mona 12 and that's why you have 2 mona. Those were the ones that usually, or those days, we used to give emergency pills. I remember growing up, I didn't even know this pill. I didn't. Until say I started saying you hear TV and you hear advert. And you say, hey, no, my advert, kakra, no, my, you see, and then we started being exposed to it. But it was there. It was. It's not. We are saying emergency because Abia got 2 sisters, Abia she's menstruating 13 years, 15 years. Then because it's an emergency, you as a big sister or a mother or a whatever, you go and buy that pill to give it to the child because assembly now, but you don't want the child. You send it like the way we take para. Uti or ya no para. Doctor be and can't also offer one way be part one rate. Yes. Into a baba wait to make her many catch him nana. The whole month no. Me dim ho be 10 times. Ni na me for contraceptives. Now for the women say ma usu. sure say baby be me say the beto nyama. Now let me tell you how that emergency pill works, in case we don't know, or in case we've been deceived to think, say, oh, stop sperm from entering into the fallopian tube to go and meet your eggs. Is that what you also heard? Please, is that what you also heard? I want to see by hands. Maybe they told you, say, when you take the one you buy from the pharmacy, please, how many of us also heard this? Me, I've heard it so many times, consecutive times. Now, that could be a myth, or that could be a fallacy, or that could be a truth, or that could be whatever you have heard or you think it is. Let me explain to you how the pill you take works and why you have been having missed periods when you take contraceptives.